I love visionaries. I love dreamers. I love entrepreneurs. I love people who take action on their passion. Wrap that all up and you have Mason Gordon.
My name is Mason Gordon, and I created SlamBall in a little warehouse in East LA in December of 2000. All the things that we've been working for over these past years now have a chance to come true, and come true beyond our wildest dreams. Well, I basically only did 3 things growing up. I played basketball, I played football, and I played video games. And I think the beginnings of the idea for SlamBall was to combine those 3 things, kind of the ferocity of football with the athleticism and the grace of basketball, but then to mix in a little bit of a video game mentality in there, and the idea of guys jumping higher and hitting harder. And that combination just kind of got thrown into a blender. Well, the first court wasn't a pretty sight. I mean, at one point, I think one of the players actually fell through the floor. First court really only had 1 spring bed, and guys would run at it and then take off. And from there, we learned that you really need 2 spring beds, 1 for the offense and 1 for the defense. So we had these little crappy mini tramps that were about this big, and they were pretty much a death trap because you'd be running at them full speed, and then you'd try to hit this little tiny circle with both feet. And that proved to be very, very difficult. From that court, we finally settled into our final configuration, which is a defensive trampoline and 3 perimeter offensive trampolines. And a lot of different players found all these different ways to link and combine those opportunities on the court into more and more complex strategies. The ice hockey walls are actually a lucky accident. When we first started playing SlamBall, obviously the whole court is elevated in order to compensate for the spring beds giving down to the floor. And anytime there was a bad pass or a loose ball, it would just go right off the decks. So we threw this wall up around the perimeter, and the whole idea was to keep the ball in play. So now, all of a sudden, a loose ball or a bad pass is covered up by this massive scramble to get to the loose ball. But in SlamBall, everything's happening like that. And then all of a sudden, guys started checking people into the glass and making passes off the glass and dribbling off the glass. And that's when we realized that, you know, we really have something here. SlamBall combines very, very different athletic disciplines and 2 very, very different types of cardiovascular shape. You have to be in shape running around on the spring floor, and you also have to be in shape in the spring beds, which takes a whole different type of toll on your body. So the kind of shape that these guys get in doing SlamBall is absolutely unparalleled, absolutely unseen before, you know, on the sporting landscape. There's this thing about SlamBall that we're really happy with. It's that when people watch SlamBall on TV, there's always this thought that, oh, I can do that. But if they were actually out here taking the hits, taking the physical punishment that it takes to, you know, really learn this sport at a high level, I think there's some percentage of that group that may rethink that just a little bit.